Hi, I'm Gary Lawless from the Winnipeg Free Press, joined by football writer Paul Wiecek to my right and CFL Hall of Famer Ed Tait to my left. Behind us, surprisingly, there is football. We are in the midst of labor talks, and supposedly these players will go on strike anytime. That could be later this week once the Alberta labor laws make it clear that the players can actually go on strike. But for now, we have football, and I will turn to Ed Tait first. Ed, you've been around here for a couple of days of camp, and let's talk briefly about Mike O'Shea and his first couple of days running the Winnipeg Blue Bombers as head coach.
Well, you know, it doesn't look a whole lot different to me than Tim Burke or Paul Appelese or Dave Ritchie. The camps unfold the same way for most coaches, but the players are buying into his message. There seems to be a great deal of respect for what he's accomplished as a player in the past. It's been a fast-paced thing, but it's the same issues with this club. No matter who the coach is, can they find a quarterback? Do they have enough Canadians to make this thing work? We're talking about a 3-15 team that leads an awful lot of work. So unless Mike O'Shea can wave a magic wand, I'm not sure how quick the fix is going to be.
Now I'll turn to Paul Wiecek now. And Paul, last year 3-15, CEO fired, general manager fired, head coach fired. This was the winter of great change in Bomberland. Now you have Wade Miller as the CEO, Kyle Walters is a rookie GM, and Mike O'Shea is a rookie head coach. He added a bunch of new assistants. They added a bunch of scouts. To go on strike now and derail those plans would be pretty disappointing for this organization and this football team.
Well, and isn't it so Bombers in some ways, where no matter how hard this team tries, either it doesn't work out because they've made poor decisions, or they put all these pieces in place here, all these dominoes all set to kind of build and turn this organization around, and wouldn't you know it, it would be the year where maybe the CFL players are going to go on strike for the first time in 40 years. That's a lot of moving parts. That's a lot of pieces and question marks everybody was going to have anyway, and that's what made this training camp so tantalizing, was we were going to find out what was going to be the result of all these changes and all these new pieces put in place, and now suddenly maybe that comes to a standstill at the end of this week. Isn't that just the way it's gone for the Bombers for the last decade?
For the record, quarterback Drew Willie, who's gotten his first starting quarterback position in the CFL, says if there is a strike, he'll organize workouts somewhere around Winnipeg and try and keep the players on the field and active. We'll see how this all unfolds. For Bombers This Week, I'm Gary Lawless. That's Paul Wiecek. That's Ed Tait. See you next week.